Not the first, not the second, not the third, but the final play on the Just Good Network. Me and Sean, we just wrapped up, me and Sean Fowler, the epic heavyweight title of pie eating contest. It was a dispute. Some people thought Sean won.
He did.
Some people thought Jansen won. We have to go back to the footage on that one. But
let the fans decide.
We'll let the fans decide. This is the segment of the day. Kawhi Leonard, it is breaking news. He got traded from the Spurs to Toronto. First-round pick, young centerpiece as well. Was this a great trade? My initial thoughts. I'm thinking both teams, there's no winners right here. And the reason I'm saying there's no winners, because when you're the Spurs, right, yeah, you got that first-round pick. Yeah, you got another young piece, but look at it this way. Kawhi Leonard, one of the best two-way players in the league. You don't get much better than him. You downgrade. He was that last piece that made the Spurs relevant. He was that guy, if y'all remember, before he got hurt in the postseason, was up on the Warriors. They were kicking their behind before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard's a beast on both sides of the ball when healthy. I don't care who you bring in, unless it's Kevin Durant, LeBron James,
Steph Curry,
upper echelon guys, James Harden.
Yeah. You're
not getting trade value for that. I don't care what first-round pick you have.
You don't think DeMar up there with him?
No, absolutely not. And then I look at Toronto. I don't like that one-year crap going on. OKC, that was the luck of the Irish.
Yeah.
That was the luck of the Irish with Paul George. And to me, Paul, I'll tell you straight to your face if I could, if you take the interview and stop ducking me. You made a mistake. When you have an opportunity to play with King James, you play with King James. It's that simple.
You don't pass that opportunity up.
Me and Sean were talking about us possibly taking our talents to L.A. too, broadcasting out there.
For sure.
Especially if LeBron James wants to come out and say it, but yeah.
Definitely.
Everybody wants to be in L.A.
But yeah, to cap it back off, to reset all jokes aside, nobody won this trade. For the Raptors, instantly, are they going to be a great team? Is this a team that I'm scared of? I want to see if Kawhi Leonard comes back healthy. But I'm not scared of Lowry and Ibaka and Leonard as a big three. But again, in the East,
not a big
which
three.
is the least, I guess they're a contender. But I look at the Celtics, I look at Philly, and I'm not convinced the Raptors are better than them. I'm not convinced that Kyle Lowry's the solution at point guard. Now, if the Raptors make another trade, don't know how the hell they're going to do it, because who wants Lowry and who wants Ibaka right now? Let's be honest.
Exactly. Lowry
the Spurs got the best piece, if you ask me. So if they can't make a trade happen, I'm not too excited about this. Leonard, we know where he wants to go. L.A. Bron, great weather. The Spurs, it is funny, they traded his behind to a different country, technically, so it's kind of funny. They didn't trade him to L.A. They did what they had to do. They got value, I guess, so both teams lose to me. I'm not excited about it. I mean, it makes news. Sean, what are your thoughts on that?
I agree with you. I don't think it really made either team that much better. I think it helps the Raptors, though, I guess, because you have two all-stars. You know, you have a superstar caliber player in Kawhi Leonard as well. But I just don't think it really shifts the balance of power. You know, I think if they still could have possibly kept DeMar DeRozan, a Kyle Lowry, and a Kawhi Leonard, you know, put him in the mix, and that's definitely a big three. But I just don't think the Raptors are that much better than they were originally.
Now, do you have them linked in before we move on to Marquis? Mm-hmm. Do you have them as like a top 3 seed, top 2 seed?
I mean, I think so. And, you know, coming into this coming season, you got to. Even if they had just DeMar DeRozan and, you know, Kyle Lowry still with Ibaka, the same team, I think they're talented enough to be a top 3 even without Kawhi Leonard. So now that you basically switch DeMar DeRozan and Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green, he's also on the team. Mm-hmm. You know, I think they got a little bit better, but like you said, I don't think it's for a fact they're so much better than, say, a Philadelphia or a Boston Celtics team. So I think they improved, but, again, we have to see how healthy Kawhi is.
I almost forgot about Danny Green. That's how, you know, he kind of fell off.
Got veterans.
Definitely fell off. Well, I agree with you, Jansen.
Oh, wow. Both of y'all agree. Come
on
now.
I agree with you. I don't think it's a win-win for either team, honestly. I think the Raptors got whatever they could for DeMar DeRozan. They want to rebuild. I think the Spurs got a great piece in DeMar DeRozan, but I don't think that makes them a contender in the Western Conference. Now, let's say if the Spurs were in the Eastern Conference. Now, then we'll be having a different discussion. But as far as the Spurs, let me just go through their roster. The number of threes made last year for the Spurs, DeJounte Murray, the starting point guard, he made 9. Rudy Gay, they just re-signed him, I guess, because they knew they were going to trade Kawhi Leonard. He made 37. LaMarcus Aldridge made 27.
In a year?
And Gasol made 43, and DeRozan rounded out with 89. So that's a combined total of 205 made threes from your starting 5. And in today's NBA, that's just not going to work. And I just don't see how that makes them a better team than they did, losing Kawhi Leonard. But I guess if you're the Spurs, you lose an unmotivated player and you grab DeMar DeRozan, who's going to be extra motivated to come play for you guys to prove the Toronto Raptors made a terrible decision, which they ultimately did, because you just can't trade away your star player for a 1-year rental. That just makes 0 sense, and it just smells of a rebuild is coming in Toronto.
Do you think that Kawhi Leonard will be extra motivated? They made the coaching change to prove himself in the East. Do you think he'll be comfortable in the Eastern Conference? It'll be a good fit for him with the Raptors, or do you think it's just straight to LA, like I was trying to say?
Yeah, it's straight to LA.
It's straight to LA.
I think he's gonna have a 1 good year just to prove that, hey, I'm healthy. Mm-hmm. Hey, I deserve $200 million from the Lakers or whoever, the Clippers. You don't know, but he needs to show teams he still can play, and he needs to show he's still worth $200 million. So I think he's going to have a great year for Toronto. Top 3 seed, of course, but I just don't think they're going to be in the finals.
Okay, last question before we move on for you, Marquis. Do you think it'll be a better option for him to stay with the Raptors or go to the Clippers? Let's take LA out of it for a second.
You said that the Clippers?
Yes.
No, the Clippers stink. I don't like the Clippers at all. The roster they have, who's their starting 5? Why would he go to the Clippers? That's just stupid. Because if he goes to the Clippers, exactly, it's just rumors. Because if the Clippers wanted him, they would have made that trade. I feel like they think that they can get him in free agency, but ultimately you don't have a chance to get Kawhi Leonard because you don't have nothing on your roster that warrant Kawhi Leonard's talent.
Okay. Fair enough.